on News Talk 95.3, 101.9 FM, and 1340 AM, your MNC Nation station.
Welcome to Friday. It's August the 9th, 2024, and the news getting started now with our top local stories. Charges have now been filed in the murder of Dr. Devin Hoover, a Detroit neurosurgeon and an Elkhart County native, whose body was found last year wrapped in a carpet and hidden in his attic.
Desmond Burks, who had a close relationship with Hoover, has been charged with first-degree murder, larceny, and other crimes. Burks had been in custody since May for a separate second-degree murder charge related to a road rage incident. The 53-year-old Dr. Hoover was shot in the back of the head and found in a crawl space in his home. His death 16 months ago shocked his patients and the Detroit medical community, where he was considered a skilled and compassionate doctor. Police discovered his body after his family here in Indiana reported that he hadn't visited his dying mother. Tommy Lee, MNC News.
The first Goshen Community School candidates charged with election fraud back in 2022 has been sentenced. Jose Elizalde pleaded guilty in June to filing a fraudulent report as a level 6 felony. He received a 365-day jail sentence, which was suspended and will serve 1 weekend of community service. The conviction was recorded as a misdemeanor because of his clean criminal record. Charges against the other defendants, Roger Nafziger, Mario Garber, Andrea Johnson, and former Goshen Mayor Alan Kaufman, include filing a fraudulent report and accepting contributions in someone else's name. The body of a Minnesota teenager who went missing in Lake Michigan was found yesterday morning. Crews were out searching for the missing swimmer near Beverly Shores for several days. By Wednesday, the Indiana Department of Natural Resources had called it a recovery mission. The boy was with his family on vacation, was swimming on Tuesday in the water when he disappeared. Luckily, no injuries when a semi crashed into the Texas Roadhouse restaurant off of State Road 15 in Warsaw. That collision happened around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Some workers were inside the building getting ready for their shifts when it happened. Police believe the semi-driver suffered a medical episode and lost control of the rig. New this morning on MNC, 2 people in Owen County, Indiana, face animal cruelty charges.
348 animals were seized from a Gosport home. Cody Woods and Amanda Simpson, also charged with improper disposal of a dead animal, had animals without food or water. The Owen County Humane Society, overwhelmed by the rescue, received help from various shelters. Donations are needed to cover $25,000 in costs. Officials urge reporting suspected neglect to prevent such cases.
That's Joe Ullery reporting. An honorary street sign renaming ceremony took place yesterday in honor of the late Curtis Walton.
Walton was a lifetime resident of South Bend who joined the police academy and was sworn into the South Bend Police Department in 1974. His career brought many promotions to several different ranks before he retired as a lieutenant in 1999 and joined the IUSB Police Department until 2011. In August of 2022, Mayor James Mueller presented Walton with a key to the city for his service to South Bend over the years. The honorary street sign remaining ceremony was held at the intersection of Lombardy and Washington Street, where he lived before passing away in August of last year, as his legacy continues on in South Bend.
A woman is dead after she was caught in machinery that handles the luggage at Chicago's O'Hare Airport.
The woman was found Thursday morning, as fire officials described it, entangled in a conveyor belt system that moves baggage. It's not believed the woman was an employee at O'Hare International, which is one of the nation's busiest airports. A Chicago Fire Department spokesman said where the woman was discovered is not an area which the general public has access. An identity was not immediately given, but the woman was described as around 40 years old. The Chicago Police Department has taken over the investigation. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
All right, from airports to railroads, let's talk about the National New York Central Railroad Museum. Their 1905 wood-sided caboose is going to be moved from its location near the museum's Main Street entrance today. They're moving it to the rolling stockyard next to the Conrail caboose. Officials say that the new location will better display and highlight what is its oldest piece of rolling stock. They will begin moving the caboose around 7:30 this morning. They say it'll take about 4 hours to finish the job. Some volunteers from Indiana are now in Florida to help to communities affected by Hurricane Debbie.
Mike Murtha and John Fitzgerald left Wednesday evening traveling in a Red Cross emergency response vehicle as they had to join other Indiana region disaster workers already deployed to assist with relief efforts. The emergency response vehicle will aid in disaster relief by mobilizing supplies, including ready-to-eat meals, water, and snacks. A total of 23 volunteers from the Indiana region are among more than 770 Red Cross disaster workers from all across the country who are helping those impacted in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Derek Decker, MNC News.
Meantime, people in Cleveland, Ohio are getting help from AES Indiana after storms blew through that area earlier this week. The utilities' Kelly Young says before they decide to help anybody in a nearby state, they always keep one factor in mind.
Our priority is take care of our customers here at home first, and I definitely want to reassure our customers that we have adequate crews when we do send people through these mutual aid calls.
And she says they sent out 12 of their linesmen with buckets and digger trucks, along with a supply truck and a garbage mechanic, among other things. They'll stay there as long as they're needed. 2 union groups are working to secure their first collective bargaining agreements with the University of Michigan's Michigan Medicine. They say the chief issues for about 7,000 workers are understaffing and low pay. Union member Kate Robbins says despite many members living just above the poverty line, their struggle is not only for fair wages and better staffing, but also for the well-being of the community.
Our purpose is to take care of people, and if we can't take care of people and we can't take care of ourselves, then it does a disservice to everybody who's involved in medicine and involved in the U of M community.
The union's goal is to have the contract dispute resolved by early this fall. Also from the Health News File this morning, it turns out fewer children are getting routine vaccinations as school begins, and that's raising concerns among doctors. Just 56% of Hoosier kids ages 19 to 35 months have received all recommended immunizations. That's down from 58% back in 2022. And as for last school year, 78% of kindergartners and 72% of 12th graders had gotten their required vaccines. New this morning on MNC, a new study showing mixed results regarding abortions since the overturn of Roe v. Wade.
The Associated Press is reporting a study released Wednesday has found the number of women getting abortions in the U.S. has increased in the first 3 months of 2024 compared with before the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. The survey found that the number of abortions fell to nearly zero in states that ban abortion in all stages of pregnancy and declined by about half in places that ban the procedure after 6 weeks of pregnancy.
That's Terry D. reporting. And finally, this half hour, a Hoosier Lottery Day is taking place tomorrow at the Indiana State Fair. Anybody 18 and older can get a free $1 Hoosier Lottery scratch-off by showing a Hoosier Lottery gate voucher when they enter while supplies last. The vouchers can be exchanged then for a $1 Thunderstruck scratch-off at Hoosier Lottery Town or the Hoosier Lottery Trailer at State Fair Boulevard. If you're planning to attend an Indianapolis Colts game this season, you might be interested to know there will be a variety of new foods and drinks to try at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Executive Chef Ryan Robinson at Lucas Oil Stadium says his team has been working to put together a well-researched menu with great flavors.
Some things that I'm really looking forward to are Indiana hot chicken and waffles, our bulgogi beef bao buns. Also in the main concourse, we've got some really cool items. You may be able to find our ringer, which is going to be our foot-long corn dog.
There will also be new souvenir cups for sale this season. The stadium believes these cups, as well as digital menu boards and other updates, will help reduce waste on game days. Sasha Nixon, Network Indiana.
And some of the other food offerings include load-in fries. Those are French fries with savory or sweet flavor combinations. Buffalo chicken. It's buffalo chicken dip. Cheese, ranch dressing, blue cheese crumbles, onion threads, and green onion on top of that. That sounds good. And Korean pork barbecue. Korean barbecue pork with sesame slaw, sriracha sauce, and green onions.
Partly to mostly sunny skies today. We're going to see afternoon high temperatures right around 75 degrees. We drop down to 55 tonight with partly cloudy to clear skies. And then we get to do this again a couple of times this weekend. Mostly sunny on Saturday. High temperatures at 75, and we'll be just around 75 to 78 on Sunday with sunshine. I'm WSBT 22 meteorologist Carrie Pujol.
You can get the top local news delivered to your email twice each day, 7 in the morning, 4:30 in the afternoon, and it's all for free. If you'd like to get signed up, just go to 953mnc.com, click where it says on demand.
Podcasts by Federated Media.